Well, it's almost the 4th of July, beginning of a new month, and I'm here to bring you an update on Black Friday so far. The progression has actually been a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be, and yes, my hair is a mess, and I'm still in costume, which is nuts, which shows you I've done like complete 100% dedication. As a matter of fact, I just woke up, and now I'm bringing you a video. So yeah, I think it'd be safe to say probably after, I think it'd be safe to say around the 8th or the 9th of this month, we will be entering post-production, which is nice. Everything's been going smoothly so far. It's been such an amazing cast and crew and a bunch of dedicated people who are willing to work on no money at all, and I couldn't ask for a better team. I couldn't ask for a better anything. It's just mind-blowing how awesome the experience has been, especially for my first feature film. And between you and me, don't ever get stuck with the producer job. Yeah, so the locations have been fun. We've been shooting in Oklahoma, Chicago, Boston. No, I'm just kidding. We haven't even left the town. Nope, we've been shooting here in Dubuque, Iowa, and it's amazing how many locations you can get for such a film as Black Friday. You know what? What am I even talking? Do you know what Black Friday is? You don't you? You're sitting here, wonder what I'm rambling on about, aren't you? Black Friday is an upcoming 2016-2017 Thanksgiving horror-themed film. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine, her friend had actually, well, the director's friend had actually suggested on his radio show that there aren't a whole lot of Thanksgiving-themed horror films. So the director came up to me and I penned a script, and basically Bill Murray's movie, The Man Who Knew Too Little. If you were to take him and throw him into an alien takeover situation, that's what this film is. So basically, the two main leads have no idea that this is real. which I felt was an interesting concept that hadn't been done before. But no, yeah, it's been going well. We've been working with Dreamcatcher's Productions was nice enough to loan us audio equipment. PKP Films, who did the cutting room floor, had come out and shot some segments with us. Double Dubuque Productions, they've been kind enough to run camera for us. The Great River Film Initiative has been backing this 100%. And then, yeah, DreamScape Reality and Make More Movies studios have collaborated on this, and it's nice to get a bunch of other studios to believe in such a project and to see something happen. It's great. As a matter of fact, our cameraman and our executive producer actually worked on this film Zendog with Kyle Gallner, and I cannot wait to see that. That, from what I've seen so far, looks like an incredible movie. But it's just weird, all the sort of people you'll run into along the way. Like, as a matter of fact, I was just walking down Main Street last night on my way to get a camera rental, and so I just passed by a hotel, and I see somebody packing stuff up, and I'm thinking, oh, that's our camera guy. So I went in and stopped to talk with him. Well, next thing you know, they're buying me a beer, and we're talking about doing like a music score. It's always just take those little opportunities if you can connect with the right people, even if it's on a fluke. Just go for it. That's the best advice that I can give any independent filmmaker. But make sure you're always honest with them up front. Like, we have hardly any money in the budget. We didn't have enough to pay our actors. We didn't have enough to pay our cast and crew. Everybody was doing this out on their spare time and out of the kindness of their hearts. And like I said, such a dedicated crew, and it was the movie is gonna look and hopefully sound just amazing. And I mean, it's all about connections. Now, the best advice that I can give to anybody who starts out with a feature-length film, from this standpoint, with it being such a smaller group of individuals, this isn't like high stake, like 20,000 people involved. This is like us in different departments. It really isn't any different than, and I know I do this a lot, it really isn't any different than going out and shooting a movie with your friends. Except this time it's all about keeping track of what you spend and scheduling, and it's really not as hard as you think it would be. And yeah, the best advice I can give any upcoming filmmaker as well is just always be encouraging, always be decent, always be respectful, and your crew will want to come back and work with you every time. Because we were complimenting. I always feel it's decent to encourage all those that you work with, and I even had Ben Johnson, who plays Jesse in the film and is actually the assistant producer on the project. He had actually come up and he had said, "Yeah, it's very appreciative when you keep giving encouragement to the cast and the crew to make them feel important." And there's not a doubt in my mind that they're not. It's just I'd like them to hear it. But no, it's been a thrill of a ride. Now, in all fairness, the film will not be, since this is an independent film and it takes a while to do. I'm in all honesty, I'm trying to get. I wanted to have it out by next summer. But our director, Chris Waltz, has said, well, maybe you should have it out next Thanksgiving. Okay, so yeah, now we'll be aiming for a Thanksgiving release next year, but we're gonna try to have everything shot, everything done. I know we have our cast and crew party coming up here soon, so we'll have something. Well, what my initial plan is at DubuqueCon this year at the Five Flags Center here in downtown Dubuque. I want to see if I can try to get a panel set up and show either a rough cut or some footage from the film. Get it going. I know we're gonna have, if I can get this to work, I'll have a costume thing set up. I'll have props from the film. I'll have something playing on a monitor, and so I'm hoping things will work out. Now, you're probably going to be wondering where you can see the movie. Nothing has been confirmed for sure, but the initial plan is to premiere it here in Dubuque at Mindframe around Thanksgiving. I would like to take it to the Colonial Theater in Pennsylvania, where they shot The Blob. I want to have a screening down in Texas where one of our main actors is. I want to take something to Chicago, and there's a small possibility there could be stuff set up in the United Kingdom. So it's all about renting out the theater and seeing. Well, but we won't make any promises for sure because if the Mindframe showing goes over well and it exceeds and goes beyond, I will say maybe we can think about other theaters. But it would all depend upon how the premiere went at Mindframe, which all in good time. And then I know for a fact that we're going to submit it to a bunch of different film festivals. And then afterwards, there will be a DVD and a Blu-ray release. And there's a slight possibility that we'll have a soundtrack going with it for purchase. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But the nice thing about it is eventually it will be released on YouTube. It'll be released on some sort of, it'll be released on some form that you can actually watch it. I would like to have it on Vudu. I'd like to have it on an Ultraviolet account. I would love for that to happen, but the possibility of that with the amount of money that we have, probably not going to work. But no, it's been quite a ride, and some of the most interesting things have happened during, and that's why I love film so much. Aside from the fact that you're doing a movie, a lot of interesting stuff happens. Some of it good, some of it bad. I remember one of the more worser times was when we had this older lady who was portraying an alien, and she fell into a weed patch, which was actually a spider's nest, and she had to lay there for 5 minutes. Now, I had no idea that this had happened, but it's just stuff like that. But these people are so dedicated, like they'll do anything just to make sure that it looks good. And I couldn't ask for a better crew and a better cast. And I know I keep saying this over and over again, but it's true. These are hardworking, dedicated individuals who are willing to work for nothing. I feel like we're doing the original Nightmare on Elm Street justice on literally nothing. So yes, it's been a ride, and I'm hoping it'll open doors for a lot of people and a lot of individuals. And I can't wait for you all to see it. But all I know is we're almost going to be wrapped up with filming, and then we will enter post-production. And I'm glad to bring you this update. So thank you, and have a wonderful day.